morning, as the keeper of the zoo was about to unlock the gate, he noticed something on the steps that was a matchbox with a note that read, "Please look after Helen. I've had her since she was a baby, but I can't keep her anymore. We have to move to an apartment that will take pets. Thanks, Billy." Welcome to Storywalk. The Storywalk project was created by Ian Ferguson and Montpelier, Vermont, and developed in collaboration with the Vermont Bicycle and Pedestrian Coalition and the Kellogg Hubbard Library. The Storywalk was created by Avery Hendrick for her Girl Scout Gold Award in 2019 in conjunction with the Town of Parker, Douglas County Libraries, and Girl Scouts in Colorado. Even numbered too. Count how many animals are on the page. The keeper opened the matchbox and out jumped Helen. "Great Scott," he said, "a spider." He tried to catch her, but Helen was too fast for him. She had 8 legs and moved like lightning. There's a bear, there's a giraffe, a spider, a bird. There's a bird. There's a bull, something with horns behind that guy. Helen ran up a big maple tree, then she quickly spun a long silk thread and lowered herself into the ventilator of a big building. Run like lightning to the next sign. That's 16. Oh my god, there's 16. Oh my gosh, that is wild. So that little book goes all the way through here. Still trying to get over this croup. I don't know, it's really annoying. What do you think Helen is going to do to help? It was the lion house. There was a big old lion in one cage and a mother lion and her cubs in another. There were also lots of flies. They were buzzing in the lion's ears and crawling on their noses. The lions were annoyed, but Helen was delighted. She loved to eat flies. Right away she set to work to catch them. She began by spinning a web with her silk thread. Count how many lions are on the page. There's 5 on that one. Still coughing like crazy, so I don't want to be annoying. It's hard not to. Before. First, Helen spun the outside threads, then she dropped straight down. Next, she spun lots of threads from the center to the outside. Then she spun a little spiral in the middle. Finally, she spun a big spiral. This part of the web was very sticky. When Helen had finished, she sat in the center and waited. One by one, the flies got caught in the sticky part of the web, and one by one, Helen ate them. At home, try drawing a variant spider web. And how many flies does Helen catch? Is supposedly 446. And the weather is coming. It's supposed to snow. Number 5. Purr like a cat. A week went by. Helen kept catching and eating flies until there were no flies in the lion house. She had caught and eaten them all. Now the big old lion snoozed peacefully all day long. The mother lion licked her cubs and purred, and Helen was fat and satisfied. Here's Helen. I wonder what the holes are. Ooh, might be planting more trees. That would be cool. Next, Helen moved to the elephant house. There were lots of flies there too, and elephants don't like flies any better than lions do. In a week, Helen had caught all the flies in the elephant house. The mother elephant and her baby were happy and could once again enjoy a bath. Find Helen on each page. Oh, there she is on that one. Then Helen moved to the zebra house. Flies were crawling all over the zebras and driving them around. As soon as Helen had caught all the flies there, the zebras were able to eat their hay in peace. Do you think hay is a tasty snack? Gallop like a zebra to the next sign. Skip. Wow. Yeah, that wind is blowing northward actually, so that's south. That's west. That's north. That looks sketchy as crap. I need to get back so I can close up my coop. And I'm so happy I've probably found someone to get my coops. Helen went from one building to another, spinning webs and eating up all the flies. The zoo became a peaceful place. Okay, I'm trying to find her on this page. I'm not seeing her. All the animals were happy and contented. As for Helen, she was happy and contented too. It was a spider's paradise. I'm not seeing her. Where's Helen? Where are you? Maybe I'll see her because I don't. Can you find all of Helen's spider webs? No. Like, I can't even find one. I was going to say there's windows, but I don't think that's it. Oh, there's one in the zebra. Oh, there's one in the elephants. Okay, now I see a couple. Are these seals? Looks like. Or seal lands? Oh, there's some more in the elephants. Okay. How many balloons are on the page? Wow, that's a lot. There's one on the bench. 2, 4, 6, 7-ish right there. That little girl has one. And then I gotta get going and go take care of my girlies. Alright, number 9. One morning the keeper blew his whistle 3 times. All the men came running and the animals looked up to see what was going on. Boys, said the keeper, the mayor is coming to inspect the zoo this afternoon at 4. The animals look fine, but the cages sure need cleaning, and don't forget to get rid of all those spider webs. Oh no. But Chief, said his assistant, scratching his head, I thought spiders were supposed to be sort of useful. Jove, said the keeper, those webs make the place look a mess. Okay, boys, get busy. The men started sweeping the cages. Then they hosed and scrubbed them down. Sorry, I'm dealing with that right now. It's all about looks. It's not about functionality or protecting what needs to be protected. It's all about looks. Anyway, do you think the spider webs are helpful? Yes. What types of animals are on the page? There's wild boars. That's what it looks like. See the mountains. The power lines right there. Yeah, I need to get up there. I'm scared to death. It's already precipitating. I doubt it, but alrighty. When they were cleaning the camel house, one of the men saw Helen. Quick, give me the broom, he shouted. He took a big swing at her, but Helen had disappeared. The whole zoo was clean and shining when the mayor arrived. Excellent, he said. I'm delighted. I've never seen the place so neat and the animals looking so well. We used to call these, at the place I used to work for too many years, dog and pony show. Do you ever see spiders around your house? And what do you do when you see a spider? Number 11. Meanwhile, Helen was still in the camel house, hiding in a crack in the ceiling. As days went by, she grew very hungry, but she didn't dare come out. Flies began coming back, and the camels were irritable again. At last, Helen became so hungry she couldn't stand it any longer. That night, when no one was around, she started spinning another web. From then on, Helen stayed in the camel house catching flies. But she didn't dare go anywhere else, which was lucky for the camels. They were happy and contented again. How many humps do the camels have? And what do you think is going to happen to the rest of the zoo? But everywhere else in the zoo, it was a different story. It didn't take long for the flies to come back and bother all the other animals. The keeper went from cage to cage. "I can't understand it, Joe," he said. "When the mayor was here, the animals were in such good shape. Now look at them." "You're right, Chief," said Joe. "They sure look miserable." How many people are in the zoo? And why are the animals and people sad? Materialism. Their last stop was the camel house. "Why, the camels seem fine," said the keeper. "And there don't seem to be any flies in here," said Joe. They both looked around carefully. "Look, Chief," Joe shouted. "Now I know what's going on. See that spider up there? It's eating all the flies. That's why the camels look so good. Spiders are useful. That's what I tried to tell you the other day." "Of course, Joe," cried the keeper. "I should have known it all along. Let's call them in." Why is that camel house clean? And what do you think the keeper should do next? He blew his whistle and the men came running. "Boys," he said, "Joe has made a great discovery. Spiders are good for the zoo. They keep the flies from bothering the animals. They help us do our job. So from now on, there's a new rule. Be nice to spiders." Soon the zoo became famous for its happy, healthy animals, and Helen was treated like a queen. One day, Helen's picture appeared on the front page of the paper. The headline read, "Local Zoo Named Best of the Year. 3 cheers for Spider," says Keeper. That evening, the father of the little boy who had left Helen at the zoo said, "Billy, look at this." "Hey, it's my spider," Billy shouted. "It's Helen." Well, well," said his father. "Instead of the zoo taking care of Helen, Helen seems to be taking care of the zoo." Will you follow the keeper's new rule to be nice to spiders? Have you ever been in a newspaper? The next morning, Billy ran to the zoo. "I'm Billy," he said to the keeper. "I'm the one who brought you that spider. Hey, look, she's made an egg sac. I bet there will be plenty of baby spiders soon." And Billy was right. A few days later, out of the egg sac came lots of little spiders. From then on, Helen and her children and all the animals in the zoo lived happily ever after. How many hats are in the picture? And then next time you see a spider, what are you going to do? The end. Wow, that was 1967. Check out more stories by Margaret Bloy Graham at a library near you. come back soon to read a new story along the McCabe Meadow Story Walk Trail. Thanks for visiting. So, I've been riding this trail. I still need to finish it. There's some sections I haven't done. I've done the majority of it. Riding my bike along it. Because, God, where does it go? I think it goes to Franktown. I've gone past this point, I think. Yeah, it goes that way. Yeah, I have been past this point. I need to look at my camera, pictures, video, whatever, to see where I left off at. I'm gonna walk to the other side of this. There's a memorial for children, babies that didn't make it. And then there's another memorial for somebody who died. Right over there somewhere. I stopped when I was, and filmed it when I was riding my bike. It's a little bit dramatic up north. Anyway, so this is the little memorial garden for little ones that didn't make it. The Christmas box angel. Honoring all children who have died, hoping their families find peace, and knowing they are not alone, they are remembered. Dedicated December 8, 2007, the Rowan Tree Foundation. Punky. Made me think of Punky Brewster. My dearest Punky, please do not cry, for one day I will hold you again. She's only 5 months old. There's some other ones out here. Yeah. There's an amazing cemetery over near Roxbury Park, which another bike trail. I was haven't completed. I think I have like 11 miles left of it, but it's in a sketchy area, so I'm not sure I'm going to even finish that one. But anyway, the south end of that trail is pretty phenomenal. And it's got the best cemetery I've ever seen in my life. I love old school historical ones, but for one that is a cemetery, it's pretty freaking amazing.